Hello, and welcome back to part 2 of Movie Monday of Jo-ttack on Titan. I'm Sam,
And I'm Jim.
and we finally made it. I am so happy. We are talking about Attack on Titan live action movie part 2, End of the World.
Sam was so excited.
I
All
mean,
Sam would talk about is how he's so excited to watch this fucking movie.
it is fucking fascinating.
So so if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend listening to our first episode where we talk about
Hey,
the first Attack on Titan movie,
you
live
ha-
action movie.
If you have Funimation just because you were trying to find somewhere to watch the first episode of the new season and you need something to watch, the movies are right there on Funimation for you to watch.
I do want to address, because I think it's funny, we were going to initially watch the new episode 76, I think just came out.
Yeah.
We were going to watch it, but fucking Crunchyroll crashed. So
Yeah.
we're like, let's just watch the other Attack on Titan movie. And oh, a treat. What a treat it was.
And we're technically ain't done yet with this fucking series.
I refuse to acknowledge that.
I will find a way to watch it.
I refuse to acknowledge that.
So yeah. So
As I said, like we did cover the first movie.
Yeah.
So just in case you hadn't seen that, they take a lot of liberties with the source material.
Yes.
They change a lot of little elements. They keep kind of some of the arcs the same in season 1.
Kind of.
There's you can definitely draw parallels between things that happen,
Hey,
which I will.
And in case you forgot anything about the first movie, they have a 5 minutes where they just recap the first movie.
So this movie on Amazon, because I watched it on Amazon, was 89 minutes long. Approximately 10 of those minutes was credits, and then another 5 minutes was literally 5 minutes of recap the first movie. Movies don't do that.
Yeah.
Movies shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Literally waste. So they had nothing. They had absolutely nothing in this movie. The only thing they had the budget for was the CG and the other suit, the Armor Titan suit.
Armor Titan in quotes.
Yeah.
So yeah, this movie is just some of the we kept us guessing throughout entirely.
So okay, I guess we'll just say there's going to be we're going to compare it to some of the later stuff in the anime, so there might be some minor spoilers.
There's some stuff that seems like he may have taken or maybe put some ideas in there for what he's going to do later on in the manga and the anime.
Yeah, so just what happened in the last movie basically was kind of the first few episodes where Aaron's not a child. These characters aren't children.
They're all teens.
They're all teens already. They get basically the whole colossal thing happens, and then they need their whole mission's to plug up the hole. But then of course there's a whole fight scene. There's a lot of stuff in the first movie. We're not going to go over it, but this one kind of covers them getting to the hole and trying to fill up the hole.
It's kind of the trial of Aaron and going right into the hole covering up.
Yeah, but we also the first thing we actually see is a flashback of baby Aaron.
The Grisha flashback.
So because all we saw in season 1 was Grisha with a syringe, they literally just have it so they kind of how Titans work in this world is it's basically just a thing that happens to people. I guess Grisha injected him with something to control it.
It was a weird I guess biological weapon there. As we learned, this is being made. But yeah, Grisha was just trying to figure out, I guess, a way to do the intelligent method. And he also mentioned that Aaron has a brother right away.
Yes, which hilariously, this is something that does not fucking pay off.
No.
What does pay off though is the bomb. So in the first movie, Armin, the gang, yeah, are dancing on this dancing this missile nuke that's just in the ground. But that does actually come back. That's how they fill the wall up.
Yeah, and basically Grisha gets the government comes in because he has a bunch of books which were supposed to be outlawed, and him and his mom get taken away and sent to the deepest dungeons. I guess just it's just in 4 Kids One Piece.
It's really funny because they do acknowledge the books, and we know in season 3 that's the reason that is what he was risking the most was the books with the knowledge of the outside world.
Even, Armin had a book of the outside world too.
Yeah. But this was Grisha's own first account knowledge. But in this it's funny because they acknowledge that after they call it the Great Titan War, they spent all their resources burning all the books and destroying all the technology.
Destroying and outlawing technology.
But it's so weird because that was a thing in the first movie. They talk about how they destroy technology, but they have cars.
Yes.
They drive trucks around.
They have trucks. They have
of course the 3D maneuver gear, but that's that's
actual guns.
A given. Yeah. Well, that's we'll get into that a little bit, but so we kind of have the trial of Eren Yeager. They kind of do that scene.
but like the military, then the evil Pixis essentially.
Yeah, he is a military police guy.
He's he's like the director.
Yeah, they call him director. He is he basically just has like a Nazi uniform on.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the last episode, every military police just has a Nazi uniform, and he's just comically evil. Like they do the whole trial thing. Armin does his epic step.
Yeah, Armin does the epic steps, where he even does the part where he does the salute.
Yes.
And he's like, no, don't kill Eren, he's epic.
Also, Mikasa through the entire film is just like just depressed and like sad.
To remind everyone, in the first movie, so we're gonna call him Levi, but he's not actually Levi.
There's characters not Levi, not Hannes, and not Connie, who we will be talking about.
Yeah, so these aren't the characters from the show, but they're basically 1-to-1, like.
Or the interpretation of it.
So in the first movie, not Levi was basically this epic commander guy who like groomed Mikasa to be like the most epic warrior ever. So he's nowhere to be found. It's kind of hilarious.
I sent him away to the middle wall, and
yeah.
So yeah, basically he's just being comically evil. Not Hane's basically because not Hane's also in the flashback with Eren's dad, the one who smuggles Eren away.
Yeah,
and.
It's weird though because like their interactions in the first movie are way more adversarial than like Eren and
Hannes.
Hannes.
Hannes is where he's supposed to be. Hannes it's more. It's like in the anime, but like because he drinks all the time, and like Eren kind of blames him for not saving his mom.
Yeah.
But this one, he's just like you stupid kids are running to the fucking like demilitarized zone.
So he's literally about to like reveal a secret about why
how
Eren
Titans
has
are about how the intelligent Titans are made, and then just fucking evil dictator man just shoots them.
Yeah, and it's just like no one has a problem with this. Like everyone just like lets him shoot him.
It's what happens. Everybody just likes to aim their gun, but not actually shoot people until they're giving the exact order to do it.
Yep.
So yeah, and then right before they're about to shoot Eren, because the epic step fails in this one, the fucking armor titan just comes crashing down conveniently, crushes the director, and then just grabs Eren in piece, and after swatting of millions of scouts, just conveniently leaving just the characters we've had in the last movie.
Yeah, none of the main characters die in this scene.
No, it's just everybody else does.
Well, you think they make you think that the director is crushed by a big boulder because they show it.
Yes.
So they show his corpse crushed under a boulder.
Oh man.
Wonder how that's gonna happen.
So yeah, the armor titan gets away with Eren.
So okay, let's talk about the armor titan's design. So he has like Raiden's Metal Gear Solid hair.
Yeah, I don't like how the hair looks on the titan, but I like the actual titan look of him. Of like he kind of glows purple like on the spots that aren't armored, and I kind of like that.
Yeah,
but I kind of wish he had the face mask though. Still,
this is gonna be the most random reference ever. You're gonna make fun of me for saying it, but so the way that his like flesh. So he's the big armor plates, and then the way his flesh is kind of like, it's like spattered, kind of. It's like webbing. It's like It kind of reminds me of in Code Lyoko.
Oh my god, I know exactly what you're fucking talking about.
There's one of the bad guys they fight is a big sphere that opens up and it shoots. It's like it opens up and reveals an eye. It has like that kind of webbed flesh inside. Yeah, the tendrils.
Oh my god.
So that's kind of the vibe that I got, like the fleshy like Code Lyoko tendrils. But so. He kind of looks good. Like, I mean, we talked about this. The effects in the first movie looked great. Like, except when they didn't. Eren
except
looks
the
bad.
ODM gear did not look good. Eren does not look that great.
What I mean, so effects I should have specified. Like the tokusatsu effects looked very good. Like the suitmation. Like in this, we noticed that a lot of the headshots of Eren and the Armor Titan were like clearly an animatronic. Like they must have just had like a bust. Animatronic.
Yeah, because they only have the close-up when they're standing still, essentially.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, you kind of notice it because the shot feels weird, but the effect kind of works. Like, some of the composite shots, too, with Eren and interacting with them looked pretty good, I thought, as a Titan.
Yeah, I said that when they actually fight, it looks pretty good.
I'm trying to be nice this movie. I'm trying to throw it a bone where it can get one.
Yeah, the biggest thing is not having many Titans in it.
Yeah, so... this is a bit later, but we only see like a few like pure Titans.
Yeah, we see like the nose Titan every so often, and some of them in the flashback. Or at least like the plot dump.
Yeah.
So what's in your notes? Is the plot dump up next?
Hannes gets killed by. Hold on, let me see.
Or do we get to the? We basically.
So yeah, Armor Titan steals Eren, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, where's Eren?" It cuts to Eren in the fucking like. Umbrella Industries
it looks like this,
bunker.
yeah, like any Resident Evil game where you end up in this little underground lab and it's just like a white room with a bunch of H's around.
Yeah, it's like very futuristic, something that we've never ever seen in this setting, in either of the movies, and
or in the show or the.
So Aaron is laying on the ground. Also, the ground is like covered in sand.
Yes.
And there's a jukebox.
A jukebox playing End of the World, which is also funny enough in Fallout 4 because it's kind of symbolic because the world ended, Jim. Isn't that fucking great?
It's crazy.
And then, so yeah, he comes up, looks at the jukebox, and then not Levi shows up holding champagne the weirdest fucking way possible.
It's really funny.
Saying he intercepted the armor titan. There's no there's no evidence of this. It was very obviously he's armor titan.
Yeah, the second he said that, I was like, okay, so he's just a fucking armor titan. Like,
yeah. So he basically just plot dumps about what happened to the world, which is fucking crazy. Where it was a test subject that the government did. You see a fucking nuke testing similarity in the desert and transforming someone.
Yeah.
You see the world just starts, people start randomly turning into titans, and you kind of just see that happen. You see the Middle East, the Gulf crisis.
But we see it happen in modern times. Like there's women in a convenience store. Like so this movie takes place in our future.
Yes.
It takes place 100 years from now.
Yes.
Which is crazy because as we know, Attack on Titan more so takes place in
30s, 40s.
Yeah, kind of a 1930s sort of that kind of setting time period.
But yeah, it's just fucking modern day is literally
it's wacky. It's weird and wild and
okay, and then
was there anything else? It was just the jukebox and champagne.
Well,
right?
not Levi goes more into his spiel about the government was the one that destroyed the walls. I'm pretty sure he mentions Aaron has a brother.
Oh, does he? I don't know if he does, because you said the word brother in one of these scenes because we thought that Levi was going to be his brother.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I think he said. I think they refer. Maybe it was Hannes who said that they did the test on his brother as well.
Yeah.
I think in the flashback,
Grisha, someone didn't mention
we're saying Grisha. We don't know if his name is actually Grisha. Aaron's dad.
Yeah,
he does talk about doing experiments on a brother. So
yeah,
we're talking about this, and it literally has nothing to do with the movie. They never bring this up again, unless it's supposed to be, and they just didn't explain it.
But yeah, it basically said the government was the one that destroyed the wall because they wanted to instill fear on the people to keep control over them because they would think about venturing outside of the walls.
That is literally the dumbest thing ever. Because just comparing it to the show, when the first wall was destroyed, they lost a quarter of their population.
Yeah. And
that is a terrible plan.
They struggled with refugees that they send half of them back out to die.
Yeah, that would be a terrible plan for the government to be all right, let's just make sure that we have extremely low food reserves.
They're getting too comfortable. They're too happy out there. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, let's kill a quarter of our population. Let's get rid of all our food reserves. Let's make life hard and awful for everyone. So, it's really dumb.
Yeah, it's really weird. And then Levi tries just basically Aaron, me and you we're the same. We can control this world, and
yeah, he talks about how Aaron is special.
There's intelligent titans.
They're a new breed of people. He got to give them the X-Men thing where it's we're the next step.
We are the cure.
Yes,
but it's fucking batshit ridiculous. He's watching a fucking movie in a lawn chair too.
Yeah,
all this footage of all this stuff.
They really they spent so much time in this room, and they were really proud of this set.
It's revealed to be a bunker, so it's technically the basement of this world.
Yes. Also, Levi makes another comment saying that there's many more of these rooms, and people, the wealthy who have survived, sit in them and watch humanity. So I guess there's just cameras everywhere too.
I guess so. I mean, as we saw in the after credits sequence,
there are, yeah. So.
But yeah, and then they come out of the bunker where you meet the other rebels that are just voiceless henchmen that just have.
They have modern, so they call it pre-Titan War weapons.
They have M4 carbines and RPGs, and it's just these are my men. Don't worry about them.
And I guess it's just essentially a plot device so that Hanji can have an RPG at the end. I guess that's
multiple RPGs.
Literally what they wanted.
And then that's basically the end of that scene because we come back to our group,
the 5 remaining people.
Yeah, our 5 or 6 remaining characters.
So it's Mikasa, Armin, Hanji,
not Connie. Jean.
not Connie, Jean, and Sasha.
Yeah.
Which also we didn't mention earlier.
Okay, yeah,
but
because in the first movie they kind of hinted at an Armin and Sasha romance, and they're going a little bit more into this too.
yes, they really give Armin and Sasha a lot of time. Also,
and I kind of love that.
it is really funny. I don't hate it either.
I don't hate it either. I kind of like it. And Sasha also had a arc in this. It's like very minor where she's trying to just like talk to Mikasa, like befriend her, which is kind of nice because like no one does that in the show.
Yeah, Mikasa kind of does the Eren thing where she just like shuts down for like the first half of the movie and doesn't really talk. Like, but there's a part which I thought was kind of funny where Sasha's like, "So that guy was just your mentor, right?" Like, she's basically asking like, "You didn't like fuck that dude, did you?" Like Levi, referring to like Levi.
I mean, she even does the most like sign of trusting, which is try to share a potato with her.
She does. So that scene actually was funny. So Sasha hands Mikasa a potato and looks expectantly at Mikasa, and Mikasa smiles and hands the potato back to her.
And she like smiles and tucks it away.
So that was kind of a cute moment, honestly.
But yeah, just the Armin like Mikasa romance is so fucking interesting.
It is really funny, and also it's nice to give Armin something to do because like they steal so many of his scenes and give them to Mikasa. It's very strange.
And like a lot of the nice stuff with them is just like kind of like background stuff. Because like background stuff of like him making like a trick arrow or explosive arrows for Sasha, which is really like I like that.
Yeah. Which is it's annoying because they make literally one.
Yeah.
It would have been so much better if they had like more than one, just explosive arrow.
But yeah, they're kind of just going to.
So what they end up doing, their whole plan is okay.
We're gonna get the bomb and then just park it.
There was a big like dud missile that was right out in front of the wall from the first movie because there's a whole like subplot we didn't talk about where they had explosives that were taken. So like Levi stole the explosives, and we don't know why at this point, but the explosives that they were going to use to fill the hole in the wall, the Colossal Titan made, they can't do that. So they need to go get the missile. So there's kind of a long scene of them just driving there, and they were like the worst parts of the movie. They give Connie like a few humorous moments and.
Yeah.
Jean like might say something.
Fuck Eren.
Yeah.
But yeah, they eventually intercept with the Levi group and they all get reunited. They kind of just like Hanji just goes into a tank and stays there for the rest of the scene because conflict's about to happen.
It's really stupid.
And then Levi just goes completely evil after that, where instead of like, oh, we're gonna go take out this government kind of thing. Of like, because the government destroyed the walls, so we're gonna destroy even more into the walls to get back at the government. And the guy's like, "Yo, that's stupid. That's fucked. We're not gonna do that." And then he just like basically just all turn against each other with all the guns pointing at it, and Levi not fucking saying shit. And then he fist fights Eren. Eren gets the shit kicked out of him with horrible CGI blood coming out of his mouth.
It's so dumb. It's just so weird that like, so okay, Levi has all the explosives, and he's like. All right, instead of like filling the hole in the wall to save everyone, we're actually going to blow up every wall so the Titans just kill everyone. Then we can start fresh. And Eren is just like, no, I don't want to do that.
That's dumb.
So he gets clobbered, and then finally we see Mikasa steps in, I think, right?
Yeah.
Mikasa had been doing fucking nothing, and then she finally steps in, and Levi grabs her face and makes out with her.
And then throws her on the ground and kicks her.
Yeah, he clobbers her.
Jesus Christ. And then the whole fucking they make a plan after the whole fight's going on of like we're gonna bring down this fucking bell tower on top of everybody.
It's so contrived. It's such a stupid.
All the guns are pointed at them, and none of them are like stopping this guy from trying to. And like, oh wow, you're trying to bring down this wall. You guys can just shoot this not Connie, and then they just kill Connie.
So yeah, there's like a semi-broken bell tower, and there's so many guys with guns. Like Armin's plan's like, all right, Connie, use your fucking grappling hooks to bring this down. So Connie like is on the ground, and he shoots his grappling hooks at it, and he's like pulling them. And you see like there's smoke coming out of his ODM gear, and it's like. Yeah, why aren't these guys just shooting him?
Until Levi gave the signal, then they shot him and killed him, but he brought down the tower to cause a massive explosion.
Yeah, he did it, so he was able to do it anyway, even though he died. He got filled with bullets, too. It's really funny.
Yeah.
So this kills, like, you think it kills Levi, but it obviously no.
Levi and Hanji. Luckily, Hanji was in that tank.
Yeah, Hanji should have been crushed
or blown up
and destroyed by this explosion. All these other guys die, it's fine, whatever. They're unimportant. It's crazy how like short this movie is, and like the last act felt really long.
It really did.
Because like we're kind of heading near the end game here, so Eren
kind of just gives them like the rundown. Essentially, we
What-
get more of a car stuff.
But there was one hilarious moment where, like, so they need to outrun this explosion because they have the bomb strapped to their car, this big missile that they want to fill the wall with. So they're like outrunning this explosion. It's like something from like a Transformers movie. I feel like there was a Transformers movie where there's like characters outrunning explosions, and I just remembered that was hilarious.
And then they stop the car, and then not Levi shows up and like hilariously like in the window, and then there's basically
He's
this
fine,
like
yeah.
monologue that's like, watch me, I am the next step of evolution, and then stabs his heart. He literally does like a Kingdom Hearts 1 thing where like stabs himself with a keyblade. Like,
it's so funny because like we have only seen Aaron transform in this, and he just like did the season 1 transformation thing, the beginning of season 1. But Levi like literally plunges a sword into his heart to transform, and the transformation effects looked abysmal.
it's like a skeleton that kind of forms around like
It was like
him.
a rib cage that like crushed him, but it was really it was like a cocoon. And then like tiny little skeleton arms came out of the side, and then they just like used this as a chance to run away. Like they just drove away because he was whatever. And then we finally have like the Aaron transforms and fights him.
Yeah, it took a little. It's after he got like because Gene's like, no, you don't even know if you can transform, kind of thing. When he's tried to stab himself in the heart.
Yeah, they're like, don't fucking put a sword through your heart.
So, but yeah, he eventually transforms. They fight. That's like the best part is like when they actually can like actually have Titan fighting.
It actually did look kind of good. Like there's so much shaky cam in
Yes.
this movie and every fight, but like it was kind of a good fight actually. Like I
Yeah.
kind of liked it, except the scout parts. They looked really
I
bad.
like Aaron having a fucking helicopter blade sword. That's fucking cool.
That actually was really sick.
I like that a lot.
That's how he beat him, right?
Yeah, he like basically did a Mortal Kombat fatality. He's like cutting off like a right side of his body in half.
Yeah, he slices like right next to his neck and shoulder.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was
And it
pretty
does
sick.
also it does the first person, not the first person, but like inside the cockpit essentially.
Yeah, we do see that. Like they have the weird flesh bits under their eyes.
Yeah, the eye tendrils. And yeah, and then they fucking beat him. They try to do the plan of plugging up the hole essentially, and they get it up there. They have to do the thing of like Aaron gets tired.
Yeah.
And like this is like the equivalent of Aaron going berserk essentially, and Armin having to talk about it,
Yeah.
But they make Mikasa do it and just say, "Oh, remember we promised to see the ocean," and just say like, "No, that's Armin's line. You don't deserve."
This is also kind of like the boulder thing too. Like they're doing the same scene with the boulder where Aaron is like struggling.
But this is not him because the thing's not that heavy. He's just climbing up and then just getting tired. Not like the boulder's literally crushing him to death while he's walking.
But so yeah, as you said, Mikasa does the thing where she like gets behind him and stabs a sword into his back, like to talk to him.
Wait a minute, I just thought of something. Because you know when she put the blade in there and slices his face, and then she slices her face trying to talk to him.
Oh,
That's her scar.
did she actually get sliced in the face? I didn't
Yeah,
notice that.
She put her face on the blade, and you can see blood running down the
Oh
side
my
of her
God, I
cheek.
didn't see
I didn't realize
that.
that was her scar origins in that.
Oh my God, it's hilarious too because like the trauma scarf is like the cold scarf.
She equips it like 75% into the movie.
Yeah, she actually does put it back on.
And then, but yeah, so he gets the missile placed in there. Armin sets the bomb, and that's when. So we see cut away to Hanji getting out there, grabbing a bunch of fucking weapons and heading towards everybody. And then we see a mysterious person in a flag cape grab a gun. And then above all of them, after they set the bomb in 5 Dragon Ball Z minutes, the director that we saw in tattered clothes.
The guy that got crushed by a boulder?
Yes.
Wait, he's back?
Yeah, he's lived. You never guess the government. Remember, the government destroyed the wall. You never guess which government official did it.
So yeah, he's on top of the wall above them.
Yes, Armin makes an epic step saying "You're dumb," and then just the gall of this man to counter Armin's epic step by like shooting him in the leg.
I forgot about that. He doesn't really complain about that at all after that happens.
But my favorite part to come out of this is Sasha being so pissed off. He just shoots the director in the neck like 4 times, and I fucking love
just
that.
with her bow.
I love that.
It's really fucking funny.
It's like way more. It's like she does more for Armin than like Mikasa would do for Aaron.
It's true.
And I love that.
Mikasa would just stand around waiting for
Aaron.
something to happen. But so then, as he's falling to his death, he does transform and is the Colossal Titan.
Surprise, surprise.
Big reveal.
He's so hilariously like evil, and just yells a lot.
It's so
He's a scream
stupid.
lord.
It's so dumb, and it just really feels like them trying to tie up loose ends. Like, we might as well just make this character Colossal Titan because we want to kind of put a cap on this movie.
Yeah. And yeah, and then
And it's just like a bad fight scene.
yeah, they have a weird fight, but like Aaron's not a Titan at all in this fight. It's like more so like everybody trying to get on the nape while like Armin and Sasha try to get away with like the bomb and everything. Stuff shenanigans ensue. Hanji shows up. Fucking Jean gets punched and splattered. He's dead.
Yeah, Jean just gets fucking destroyed. So yeah, what ends up happening is there's a moment where Aaron is about to get like punched, and so Aaron jumps on the back, and like there's actually kind of cool like he does start like melting, like his shoes start melting.
It's actually pretty cool
because it's like
they
actually acknowledge how hot it is.
It's like the precursor to like what happened to Armin in like season 3.
Yeah,
but no, well one thing because what's it called? Like the shoot that RPG to destroy the fuse with it and probably blow up the bomb in the wall. But then Mikasa just runs in front of like where the bomb is, has a standoff with not Levi about it's really weird. And
so
then
not Levi is still alive. Like
yes,
as all this shit's happening. Also, I think we forgot to mention like there's a part where Aaron was about to die. He's about to get like punched by the Colossal Titan, and Hanji has like a big Stinger missile, like anti-tank thing that she just like, hits him in the face with. It was like really random. Hanji's back, by the way. But then like not Levi shows up, and he's like Mikasa, like I need to do this. I need to end it once and for all. So he grabs the missile. He turns into a Titan again. Climbs the wall with the missile.
He's like, not bad, kid, but this one's mine because I hate the government more than my actual military coups I was going to do.
And so he throws the missile into Colossal Titan's mouth.
Like a precursor to what happens to the Crawling Titan.
Yeah, the Rod Rice Titan.
Yes.
Which apparently, I've learned the fandom calls the Turkey Titan.
That's stupid.
They call him the Rod Rice Turkey.
I like the Crawling Titan better.
Yeah, Crawling Titan makes more sense.
Yeah,
or just Rod Titan.
So, yeah, the bad guy is dead. The wall blows up conveniently as well, because when bad guy dies, more explosion, because Tokusatsu rules.
It's true. It's funny. I think Hanji like explains. She's like, "No, the elements around the explosion will make a bigger explosion," and that's what happens.
Tokusatsu rules.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, they kill all the. Mikasa grabs Eren from the air. All the couples are together. We got Eren and Mikasa staring on top of the wall. We have Sasha and Armin together. Like a very like romantic moment.
Yes, and where Sasha's stomach is grumbling because she's hungry.
Armin's like, I'm so hot. It's so hot right now. And then Hanji and the RPG. All the couples are together.
Hanji's like embracing her new RPG.
Yeah, and then so the dumbest thing though is Mikasa and Eren looking over the wall to see the ocean right there.
It's just right there.
Not even far away in the distance. It's literally right, like a few feet away from the walls.
It's like 10 feet away from the wall, which made me infuriated because if you've ever been near the ocean...
They lived there.
If you've ever been near the ocean, you smell the fucking tide when it comes in. Like, they seagulls.
You would smell the tide. You would
hear the ocean.
Yes.
You'd hear like, the ocean makes noises. Like
if there's still like animals, there could be whales you would hear.
True, like freaking birds. Like there's so much wildlife near the ocean. Like it's such a, it was so stupid.
And yeah, that's how
that was it. Yeah,
that's how the movie ends until we get an after credit sequence of like an AI or maybe like the rich people in the bunker maybe just
observing.
Saying we have 2 special specimens. I don't know what that would mean.
I don't know, because we see that he's dead, right? Like, Armor Titan died. I guess he's referring to Mikasa and Eren.
I think Eren and Mikasa they were referring to, because Mikasa could be the female Titan, for all we know.
Oh, there's one moment we forgot to mention. There's a part where, I think Armin is like, Mikasa, did you know that Levi was the Armor Titan?
Oh my god, yeah!
And she's like, yes, but I didn't know his plan. What the fuck? Like, why did she know that? Like, that's insane. Why did he tell her that?
Why would he tell her that? Why would she withhold information that seems like, especially when he crashed down there and killed, like, 8 everybody in the room?
Literally. Like, she could have just, like, she knew exactly who that was.
I'm sure she'd probably know, I guess he'd know the plan, because I guess when he groomed her and, like, raised her, he didn't, like, show her any of the secret bunkers, I guess.
It was so stupid.
Also his faction just, like, have, like, the red scout logo instead of blue. It's just weird.
Yeah, he's evil. He just made like evil like alt color scheme for him and his rebellion guys.
But yeah, this is a weird ass fucking movie. It's fascinating to watch through, but
it's really entertaining to watch. I can't lie. I want to take a moment where we kind of like compare some of the characters. Hanji's the one that I really sticks out to me with like so Hanji, it's kind of like the thing that I've always talked about with Levi, where Levi kind of was like he only had one trait in the first season, so everything that was about that wasn't beyond season 1 was all like very Flanderized. This is just like Flanderized Hanji. Like Hanji
Yes.
becomes like a very compelling character in the anime, and like especially as time goes on, like she has so much going on, and she has like such a big responsibility. But this character is just like, boom, explosion,
Boom, haha.
like she screams. She literally makes like a cum face
Yeah, she
when
literally
the
has,
bomb explodes.
You would swear she had an orgasm in like one of the moments.
And she even has like a high pitched scream too. I think that was the intention. Like they wanted to make it like they probably told her like make orgasm noise.
But yeah.
It's embarrassing. It's hard to think about.
It is. What other any other characters you want to
So,
talk?
okay, the one thing that I love is like Sasha does actually kind of, I wouldn't say it's better, but like she does have like kind of cool moments.
She has nice moments. She's not just like the food character where she is in season 1 exclusively.
Compared to season 1, she does have a lot more going on.
She still has the food gimmick, but like it's kind of like she has the Armin romance stuff, which is like fast, and like her trying to be friendly with Mikasa is like really nice and wholesome.
It is really funny.
You don't get anybody trying to like the you don't have that many of the friendship moments of Jean and Aaron having like the rival friendship, or because like a lot of stuff is like, oh yeah, we had this moment with Reiner and me and Reiner had this moment together and we were friends, but only that brief flash second we had or a minute on screen time.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of nice just to see them like interact and they actually have romance and not just Aaron and Mikasa just like actually have more. Everybody jokes around with their romance in this one, like, oh yeah, they totally like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Where like it's just ignored upon completely on that one side.
Speaking of Jean though, Jean is like a character I don't even know why he's in this movie.
Yeah,
he doesn't do anything.
He doesn't.
And it makes sense why they killed him, I guess, because they're like, yeah, he's
even
not
the
doing
Connie
anything.
guy does more. The Connie equivalent does more. He has like more, more ties to his home village, I guess. Of it's like, oh, I have a brother and sister that made me this like thing. I have it on my axe and everything.
Yeah, they definitely use that as like kind of an emotional moment.
And I like the Connie just being like the bigger guy, that's the muscle of the group. Honestly, like I kind of like that.
He didn't use his axe in the whole movie.
I know, because
he carries his axe around the whole time.
There's
It
no
doesn't use it once.
Titans, or not even the humans all have M4s.
But it's so fucking funny that he would do that.
Yeah, it's kind of wasted. But I do kind of like the equivalent. He's a more useful Connie.
That's true.
But yeah, Mikasa is still Mikasa. She still says Aaron. Like she's more interesting in the first movie than she is in the second one. She reversed the classic Mikasa in the second one.
Sadly,
Aaron is just fucking Aaron. I don't care. and like first season Aaron, he's very bare bones.
Yeah, he just kind of is like exists to be told things.
Yes.
For a lot of the movie, like
he still gets kidnapped.
Yeah, he does. They do the Aaron retrieval, but not really, because he just kind of like
it's like. He's kidnapped, but then like he's willingly, then doesn't want to. Then goes unwillingly once he learns like, oh, maybe the person that kidnapped me is not good.
It's just dumb. It's dumb. It feels like an episode of a TV show. Like it doesn't really feel like a movie.
Well, as I said, there is a 3-episode web series in this universe where I think Hanji's the main character. So yeah.
I don't want
web series Wednesday, Jim. But like I said in trivia for last time, that Ishiyama was suggested a lot of the changes for this one, which we kind of tell, and a lot of them were like, what's it called? Like elements that would be foreshadowed into the manga.
Yeah, most of the stuff with like there being an outside
like
world.
Aaron
and,
having a brother.
Yeah, Aaron having a brother.
Who's a Titan.
Yeah,
like,
but even though that they literally don't do anything with that.
They don't, but they actually like, foreshadow shit, and like, it's kind of crazy that he did that. But yeah, it's kind of cool that the creator be like, yeah, just be creative with it, like do whatever the fuck you want with this shit. Which is, I think that's very interesting. That's what makes viewing this is not just like a one for one shot remake of this stuff. It's not like you going for Cowboy Bebop stuff.
Yeah. Also, holy shit! I just looked this up. So the first movie came out in July.
Yes.
The second movie came out in September.
Damn.
Of the same year.
Yeah, I think the web series is also 2015.
So they just like, it's really interesting that they like seeing like the big smash hit of Attack on Titan, like the kind of these are like the ripples of like that huge success. Like they got a big movie, they got a million spinoffs.
Is that its height is popular? Probably like one of the height of its like huge blow up.
Yeah, at least initially, I think it probably surpassed. We probably are currently in like the biggest height of Attack on Titan's popularity, just because it seems to keep growing, which is insane. I would say it probably hit the biggest lull in season 2, when people were still kind of like not as like sold on it. I guess I think it took a little bit for the steam to catch up.
Yes,
but yeah, very funny.
So I can give you the basic plot though to the web series. if you want.
Sure.
So it's God, it tells a new story about the everyday lives and secrets of soldier, particularly Hanji's Titan research and the creation of the 3D maneuver gear in the film's continuity.
Do they actually say Hanji?
It says Hanji Zo.
Okay, because in the first movie, I think they called her Hans.
Yeah, they called her Hans, but I guess maybe it's just the plot someone else put on there and just like put the right name on there. But yeah, it's an interesting trip of these two movies. Like the first one, I think is way more memorable though.
I agree.
Like I definitely say watch the.
The first one has like so many things that the second one didn't have. Like the first one had these like massive like scenes where like hundreds of extras are running away from Titans. Like there were like pretty cool scenes.
The only time we ever really like the most unsettling like Titan we've ever seen in like the show.
The baby.
The baby, yes.
The baby Titan is so fucking funny.
It's so fascinating
and creepy. Like the part when his mouth opens up, it's so stupid.
It's so cool. But yeah, it was a fucking wild ride. I can't believe this thing existed. But this is the world of live action Japanese movies based off animes is a wild one.
It's the cost of popularity.
We gotta wait until we get the American version.
I was just thinking about
the Cowboy
that.
Bebop equivalent of Attack on Titan.
Interesting. Oh, we got the One Piece one coming up.
Like I imagine Hanji just be the equivalent of Ed.
Ugh. I mean, I could see it easily happening.
I know.
It totally, I could see it in my head when he said that. Spike, speak up!
Levi Ackerman!
Levi Ackerman!
Oh my god.
All right.
I'd die.
Anything else you have to say about this fine little
I
flick?
had a fun trip watching these. Like, even
Sam was so excited to watch this.
Yes, even knowing like the plot of the anime, you will not see a lot of this coming. Like on a viewing experience, like we said with the first one, watch it with a group of Attack on Titan fans. Like even just seeing it the first season, that's all they've seen. That's fine.
Yeah, it's exactly all you need to see.
Even any of the foreshadow stuff from like later seasons, they would never have guessed in a million years. Or like,
yeah.
But yeah, what about you?
I definitely enjoyed watching them with you. I thought it was fun. It's one of those things where like every few minutes we're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we had a bet of like, will Armin kiss Sasha by the end of this?
I really wanted that to come true. It almost happened. There was totally a moment for it. They didn't do it. Yeah,
but I had a fun time. I'm glad.
Yeah, no, it was definitely...
I'm glad I got you to watch this stupid live action shit that I like love torturing us through. It got way more enjoyment than we watched like the Full Metal Alchemist one.
Oh my god, we didn't even finish the Full Metal Alchemist
and the JoJo one. It's way better.
Yeah, it doesn't even hold candle. Like I hated that JoJo one.
Yeah,
the Full Metal Alchemist one was like embarrassing.
It was bad.
Was it okay?
Remember how they made the fucking dad from the Chimera episode like the main villain?
Oh my god, did they?
Yeah, he was like one of the main villains of that.
That's
next to like
so
Lust.
Fucking funny. I even remember so little of that. Okay, do you like the first Attack on Titan movie or the Death Note movie better? American Death Note.
Oh, the first Attack on Titan movie, hands down.
That American Death Note movie was so fucking funny.
It just I will watch it just for the scream, but I don't want to ever watch. I would gladly had another group of people who never watched the first Attack on Titan movie. I would sit down and watch it with them again. Death Note, no, not at all.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to rewatch that movie.
This is probably the best, like, it was interesting live action anime movie
because the effects were pretty good. Like, yeah. I mean, that's all you really need, like, for a movie like this.
The worst CG was the CG blood that came out of Aaron's mouth when he got punched.
Yeah,
but I think that like the even like when they were like any of the Titan encounters in the first movie was awesome. I love that shit. Even though the 3D movie looks bad when they go up.
It did look bad, yeah.
But like the Titans shit's really cool. But
yeah,
I enjoyed it. Like I still had a fun time. It's all I think it's all that matters when you see a movie. It's like, did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
is it a great movie. You have a good time in a good movie and a good time in a bad movie. But if it's just a movie, that's when it's the worst, and it's like very unmemorable.
Yeah, I saw someone did like an interesting scale once where they have like a -10 through 10 scale, where like a 0 would be like a movie that is like so boring it doesn't do anything, but like a -10 would be like a movie that's so bad it's amazing, and then a 10 out of 10 is like a movie that's just really good.
The one podcast I listen to, they do like best movie ever, worst movie ever, or just a movie.
That's funny.
That's like
just a movie is like a very good way to describe a lot of movies.
And so if I had to do that scale, it'd be best movie ever. The first one. Second one could be worst movie ever, but or second one probably be just a movie.
Yeah, stay tuned for us to become a bad movie podcast.
Hey man, that Patreon content would be all the movies that you haven't seen, which is a lot of movies.
That's true. There are a lot of movies I have not seen.
But other than that, though, I think that's it. We can wrap this up and
I
try
think,
to...
yeah, plug the fucking hole in the wall.
You gotta put that missile in that hole.
Yeah, put the missile in the hole.
Thank you all for...
That sounds like a sexual metaphor.
Hey, with how sex-filled this movie series was, I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't describe it as sex-filled, but
That
for an anime adaptation, maybe.
Aaron almost got it on and touched the boob.
He almost did.
Even in the previously on Attack on Titan, they do show him touching the boob, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
So thank you all for joining us on Movie Mondays. So fun.
This might come out on Monday. It might not.
But yeah, you can don't forget to like, put some comments in there, subscribe. You can follow the podcast on Twitter, or me and Jim separately. You can join the Discord, and I guess get ready for the final season, part 2.
Yeah, at this time you've probably already seen the first episode. Did you like it? We haven't seen it yet.
Like I said, if you had that Funimation account left over to try to watch the new season, you can check out these movies and then listen to
this again.
Listen to it again, yeah.
And just keep that cycle going. Just listen to the movie, watch the movie, listen to this, watch the movie.
And with that, I think that's just about all the plugs.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening.
Maybe we'll do the web series.
Maybe we'll do it. If we get more than 12 updates for this, we might do the web series.
12 likes.
If we can find it. Is it out? Is it real?
It came out in 2015. I will do research.
Sam's going to go on the deep web to find...
The dark net.
The dark net to find these.
to find all the secret Titan research experiments. But yeah, we'll see you next time.
With that, I'll see you next time.
On Jo-ttack on Titan.
On Jim Tack on Tight Sam.
Not called that.